It's not everybody that has that caveat. There are people who can be destroyed, anything can happen to, but there are people, oh my God, if they are in a bus, that bus will never have an accident because the terror of the Lord is with them. If they are in a plane, it can never have an accident. Why? The terror of the Lord is with them. If they are living in a house, thieves can't enter that house. Do you know why? I was listening to a story of Umar. Thieves came to rob him and they were climbing the fence. The fence was growing taller. What you are seeing there was the terror of the Lord. I don't know about you, but I vowed I will serve God with my last blood because I know the benefits. He brings me to a place of rest, and that place of rest is a place of authority. It's not an ordinary place. And in that place of authority, one of the things that accompanies me is his terror. If you understand what service is, if you know what it means to serve, you are not going to be the one that will be calling, where are you? You are always coming late to church. They're always pushing you. You don't know what service is. You don't know what a steward is. A steward is often one without anybody supervising him. But after a while, he gives account to his supervisor. What the Bible calls workers in church is fellow laborers. So they gave two analogies of where we are laboring in. We are laboring in buildings and in fields. So as laborers, we have two places of assignment: the field and the building. So what is the field? Simple. The world, the ethnos. We have been sent to evangelize the world. The world of evangelism, the world of outreach. That's the field. To go out of the church and do programs and do crusades and reach out to thousands. That's a laborer in the field. That's one of the places we are sent to labor in. So you're not just a church worker sitting in church. The only thing you do is to come on Sundays in church. You are not completely a worker. Worker is a laborer, and the place of labor are the field and the building. You labor in the field to win souls, and then you labor also in the building. Now let me show you. It says it didn't say a building. It says we are the building. So it means that you have a work to do in the field. That's people who are not in church, and you have a work to do in the church, in the lives of every single person. And your work as a laborer, the work of a laborer in an uncompleted building or in a place that is supposed to be built, is to lay bricks and put cement. It means we have a responsibility to labor for each of our lives. So if I'm praying and somebody else is not praying, it means that person does not understand he's a laborer, because you not praying can discourage somebody or distract someone. If everybody is coming to church for a particular meeting and you are absent, you don't understand you're a laborer. You have a responsibility to build one another. We have a responsibility to build one another, to help one another increase in the faith. We don't just have a responsibility for the field, we have a responsibility for one another. So our labor is for the field and for the building. Mark it, you are not completely a worker if you do not labor in the field. You are supposed to labor in the field and labor in the building. And part of your labor in the building is not just helping one another to grow. Part of the labor in the building is to help your pastor do his work. To be a worker is to be a fellow soldier. This one is very important. I'm telling you what the Bible said. The church is a military zone. We are like soldiers. And if you don't have that that discipline of a soldier, you can't push. If you don't understand military, you will never understand ministry. And it's not from my head. Philippians chapter 2 verse 25. We are soldiers. That's why anybody who wants to be a baby Christian cannot do ministry and cannot be used of God. When the going gets rough, take it on the chin with the rest of us, the way Jesus did. We are soldiers. One of the characteristics of soldiers is that they are disciplined. A soldier does not just get angry and starts misbehaving. One of the characteristics of soldiers is that they obey the last command. If Christians do not become militant Christians, Satan will invade the church and spoil what God is doing. You have to be militant in nature. We don't give excuses. Another thing a soldier does is that a soldier would never give excuse. This is for all the people who likes to give excuses. Excuses are tools in the hands of people who will never be great. Never be great. You can't be used the phone of God. Even the Bible says, oh man, you are inexcusable. Even God does not take excuses. Every time you see a man who fails and gives excuses for his failure, he will never learn. Never. Grace to mature and become better will never come on him, because he's always looking for one. Did you know God would have given Adam a second chance, but Adam gave excuses, made a mistake, him and his wife, and he pushed the whole blame to his wife instead of taking responsibility. He said, "It's the man you gave me," and God said, "Get out! I don't do it mediocres like you." Sent him out of the garden. How many people have lost their destiny, their place in destiny, because they are always looking for excuses? They cannot take responsibility, and they will never learn from their failures. They just want to excuse themselves. I was right in everything. That's how dangerous excuses are. It cages you as a mediocre. It kills your potential for greatness and your potential to learn. It takes you out of the sin that should have taught you lessons, or the sin that should have made you wise. You are quick to excuse yourself of things, you won't go far. And a good soldier of Christ is not a man of many excuses. He makes sure what needs to be done is done, and he endures hardship. Some of you who have not started suffering for the gospel, times I trekked a long distance just to be in church, to go for evangelism. That's a soldier. That's what a soldier will do. He will give his last for the kingdom. That's what a soldier will do. We will become like that. We're not ready to take over. A country wants to invade another country. Who do they send? Civilians? Who do they send? Civilians? They can't send civilians. They send soldiers, because they know these guys are disciplined. God can't do much with you if you're not a soldier. Dangers behind it. Just behind it. I told you that there are certain privileges in a soldier. If you beat a soldier, for instance, aware that if that soldier leaves there and makes a call, you are gone for. You beat a soldier. Do you think you just beat a man? You slapped the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that's who you slapped. When a soldier man takes up the responsibility of a soldier and becomes a soldier of Christ, if you touch him, you didn't touch one person. The Bible gave a caveat. It says, don't touch my anointed and do not do my prophet no harm. Soldier.